Greetings, beautiful people. How is everyone doing, beautiful butterflies in transformation, just like me? I hope everybody's doing well today. I'm Tanisha Ali. This is the Tanisha Ali channel. I also have a butterfly transformations channel. Please check us out over there. If you have not purchased my book, please do so. It's called Manifesting Your Masterpiece. It is not a chapter book. It is a set of daily reflections to help you get your life together, to help you get clear, to help you up-level your mindset, the way you think, so that you can manifest the glory of God that is within you. I am more about spirituality than religion. However, I have respect for all religions and I have studied all of them. Please join me in the spiritual space over on my Butterfly Transformations channel if you want to dialogue about life, relationships, the struggle, your career, starting your own business, whatever it is you might want to talk about. If you want to just support my work and give donations monthly, go on over to Patreon or send me a donation through Cash App. Today, y'all, we're going to be talking about the Sisterlocks tool. We're going to be talking about that along with other tools as well. Today, I'm just going to talk about the Sisterlocks tool and this tool here that I use, which I've also modified like this. I want to talk about, before I get into that though, interlocking in general. The Sisterlocks method is not new. Let me say that again. The Sisterlocks method is not new. Okay? There's nothing on this planet that is ever new. Everything that was ever created will be created and is being created currently is a part of a collective field, of genius that we have all had access to since the first people graced this planet. And y'all know who those people were. And y'all know we were not just sitting on the planet twiddling our thumbs. So the interlocking method is not new. When you make something proprietary, you make it your own. You create your own tool. You create a set of ways that people should use it. I have a proprietary way to help you get your life together. It's called my 9 Pathways to Prosperity, Consciousness, and Wealth Creation. That's proprietary because I've taken some principles that are universal. I came up with them in a creative way that I feel makes it easier for people to get themselves together, start their own business, manifest wealth, and I packaged it. That's all this is. Again, I will say, interlocking is not new. The method is not new. It's been around for a long time. There are different ways to do it. The mind is a beautiful thing. And everybody can put their signature on anything that they want because we are original and we are unique. That is what makes us so beautiful as a species, as human beings, but also as Africans on this planet. And having been the earliest people, we are magnificent. By the way, this is these are earrings. This is hair jewelry, okay? I used to make jewelry, so I decided I'm going to start putting a few pieces here and there in my locks. I don't care if they're thin, if they thin them out, because my locks need to be thinned out. I need to have length rather than weight. So I don't mind thinning my locks out. And y'all know I was thinning these locks out from the very beginning. And some of them are thinner at the bottoms, and that's beautiful to me because that makes them less heavy, and maybe I can have my length and not lose my hair as time goes on. So I'm okay with that. So yeah, we're talking about different tools. Now, I'm going to be doing another video in a few weeks. I'm waiting on two more tools to come in. 3 more tools. I've thrown out tools because they didn't work for me. I think I had the O-Lock tool, but I got to double check. But I had another couple tools that I didn't like. I had the Nappy Lock tool, which I've lost a few times. It's too small. I use a latch hook, which currently I can't find. I think I had it about 3 weeks ago. Don't know where the hell it is. Need to look for it. Need to declutter. How about that? And this is my favorite and has been my favorite Please don't text me in the comments and ask me where I got it from, because I'm telling you now, if you don't listen, go back and listen again. But I'm not in the classroom dealing with 3-year-olds where I'm going to repeat myself 50 times. So please don't ask me the name of this. It's called a plastic needle, I guess. That's what it looks like. You're going to find it in the part of Walmart where they sell needles, crochets, thread, beads, and things like that. The arts and crafts section. I don't know the name of this, y'all, but I do know what it looks like. And now you do too. So go and buy one if you like it. I like this because it's very thin. It goes in easily. All right, it goes in very easily. It slides through. I never tear my hair. In other words, if I was retightening my own hair, I would never lose a lock from retightening. I would never have discomfort from retightening. This little thing here is superb. It does not get caught on the lock. I love it. If I were an idol worshiper, this is what I would worship. How about that? Why is this not ideal? Because it's a little more time consuming. I double the lock to give it some thickness. You have to thread it through, but that takes a minute. It takes what? About 3-4 seconds. 3-4 seconds times 600 locks. That's what? 18,000 seconds, right? There's 60 seconds in a minute. 18,000 divided by 60 is what, y'all? Let me get my pen. 18,000 divided by 60. Cancel out my zeros. 300 minutes. 300 minutes is 3 hours. Actually, 300 minutes is about 5 hours. This will cost you an extra 5 hours if you have 600 locks. Is it worth it? It's up to you. Maybe we could have a tool like this, which the nappy lock tool is like, which is a great tool, but this hole is too big. And with that hole being too big, even on the smallest nappy lock tool, if you have a very thin lock, you not want to stretch that lock and pull that big thing through there, even though it's smooth, because you're going to break your hair, right? That's why you have to find the tool that is best for you. We are not ritual people here. We talked about that on whether or not I should use oil on my hair. There's a video, oil or not. Check it out. You can't do what they tell you to do. You can't do what nobody tells you to do, not even your loctician, because your story is different. If your loctician is committed to using this tool on your Sisterlocks because some idiot got you believing that if you don't use this tool, you don't have Sisterlocks, that's a bunch of bull shite. Okay? And you keep using this and this thing is getting snagged on your hair, which some of the sisters are saying, this little thing here is snagging the hair and breaking it, then you ain't got no business using this goddamn tool. You need to take your interlocks and go to somebody and tell them you want them to use this. Or you need to use this for yourself. Or you need to get the nappy lock tool. Or you need to get the London tool. Or you need to get the old tool. Or you need to find whatever tool you need to use. You might need to use a paper clip. Back in the day, people were using paper clips. And you can understand why. Actually, an intuitive and ingenious mind will come up with anything. I'm going to try a paper clip too. You might use a bobby pin. You use whatever you need to use. Is your lock going to look different? No. Look how good these locks look. Don't they look good to y'all? I've used many different tools on my hair because I'm looking for a solution, not a ritual. And you should be looking for a solution, not a ritual. So let's get back to this tool, because some people have a lot of difficulty with this Sisterlocks tool. All right. I don't like this tool whatsoever. I think it is time consuming. I can't see, and I wasn't trained to use this tool, so that's my issue. But even if I was, I don't think I would like this tool. Okay? It's slippery, number one. It can slip out of your hands. I'm sure you all have seen maybe some people use it and it slip out of their hands. It's very thick by the time I get it up to here. And it's going to come up here sometime, but even though I'm only supposed to use it up to here, and then I do whatever I do and I pull the lock through, for some people, this feels problematic. Many sisters on the channel have said their hair gets caught in here. Some people have locks that are so little that they feel like that whole head going through there is too much. Maybe you don't feel that way because your locks are the size that they are. So everybody needs an individual solution. How do you feel when you go to the doctor's office and he asks you what your symptoms are? He put them in a computer and then he gives you a printout and says, here, this is what you have. because you have all these symptoms. But you don't get to understand that the reason why your eyes are dry is because your air is dry and you live in California. And the reason why you're having heart palpitations is because you live in California and you're dehydrated. They don't have shit to do with anxiety. So you got to study yourself. You got to decide what you need and stop running blindly behind these people, y'all. We have to do this in society. Whether it's a religious concept somebody taught you that came from somewhere that doesn't apply to you, that doesn't quite make sense, turn that thing inside out. Stop accepting what people tell you. It's time out for that. Study what you need and give yourself permission to live the damn life that you deserve to live, which is one free to think for yourself. All right? Okay, so we're talking about this tool. And we're talking about all tools because, like I told you, the next video, as soon as I get these next tools in, I'm doing another video. By the way, I'm developing a tool to curl your hair that I think is better than a pipe cleaner and a, what's that other one I love? The Wrap-A-Lot tool, which y'all know I'm not a fan of that. I paid $60 for it. For the pipe cleaners, I paid $9 and I love them. But they do snap your hair. The Wrap-A-Lot tool is much better with that. It doesn't snap your hair, but it's insufficient because it's too short. And when you have long locks, why should I have to be doubling up the hair and wrapping it on something like that? I need something that's going to let me live freely and grow my locks without having to wrap around each other and break hair. Ha! What's the card we got today, y'all? Exploration. This is about thinking outside the box. Okay? Y'all know I read cards. Cards are not demonic. They come up based upon the energy of what you're talking about. This is what we need to hear about. A card is going to help you get clarity about your life and see what's going on. It's going to help you see what you're running from. There's nothing demonic about it. I don't do predictions for the future. That's not my business. Okay? Exploration. We're going to start exploring what works for us. You're going to start exploring what works for you and stop taking what other people say as the gospel and running off into eternity with it and expecting it to fulfill your needs. Only you can fulfill your needs. That's why we have to go within. What do we mean when we say go within? We're talking about thinking. We're talking about studying. We're talking about you deciding what you need. We're talking about you understanding that you have all your answers. We're talking about you know what's best. Don't put your life in the hands of your doctor. Let him help you. Put him on your team because he can add to it. But don't put him in the driver's seat. Don't put this little silly thing in the driver's seat of your hair. Don't put whether or not you can use oil because somebody told you that you can't use oil and you decide you don't want to purchase the Miracle Grow oil, which, by the way, will help you beyond your wildest dreams. Okay? Order this from me. Information in the description. You see how long and healthy my hair is. But don't use this because I'm telling you, who am I? You use it and see how it works for you. Look at the miraculous results that you get from using it. Okay, don't let somebody tell you you don't need to put oil in your hair. You have to brush your teeth, don't you? You have to get a Q-tip and clean out the wax in your ears. If you don't clean your punani, it smells, right? If you don't take care of your business, you have problems, right? If you don't oil your eczema or oil your dry skin and you live in California where the air is very dry, you're going to be walking around with a layer of white ash over you, right? So would you let somebody tell you then not to put oil in your hair if you know before you got locks, not putting oil in your hair caused your hair to break? Why would you listen to whomever's telling you that related to the brand? Why? So it's time to explore what works for you. You see that road? You see what's over the mountains? For some of y'all, over the mountains will be scary. For others of you, it represents uncharted territory. For even others of you, it represents happiness on the other side. Don't be afraid. Explore what works for you. If it's a new relationship, explore it. If it's jumping into love, explore it. If it's leaving something you're in that's not making you happy, explore it. If it's getting down to the root of why you're living a hellish life, explore it. Go within. Do the work. Out here is light. Out here is fulfillment. Okay, you may run into storms and darkness, but you're going where? Into the light. So exploration is the theme of the day. So you need to start exploring what works for you. Like I said, this is beautiful. Sometimes it's too long, though, if I'm working on a short little lock that's shorter than this. I don't need this long thing. So I modified it this. Okay, this would be better if it was wider, but it would also be better if this were smaller. Okay, so people are designing tools all the time to help you find the one that works best for how long your hair is, how the size of your root bed, the density of your hair, the strength of your hair, and so forth and so on. Next time you see a video on the Sisterlock tool or retightening tools, make sure you watch it so that I can give you a broader view of all these different tools. If you find other tools that you really like, make sure you let me know about them. I will purchase them. If you want to give donations for my continued research, you know everything I do on this channel is about research and finding out what works best for you and making you think outside the box. It's the same thing I do on my Butterfly Transformations channel, except I do it based on how you're living your life. So if this interests you and you want to contribute a donation, $5, $10, whatever it is, send it to my Cash App. If you want to contribute on a monthly basis, go to Patreon, because you get content along with being able to donate. I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all soon. Have a beautiful day. This is for my thumbnail. I always forget to do this, and I get those crazy shots. So let's see. The Sisterlocks tool. Okay, I think that's the one.